All right, here's a video I've been meaning to make for a while. Let's just go over it real quick. I have people a lot of times ask how I deal with the cold weather. I wear the same basic underlayer all year round. Regular cotton t-shirt with a pocket. Gotta have a pocket. Regular tighty whities, because I never got into boxers. And these are wool, darn none, over the calf hiking socks. I like over the calf. I cannot stand ankle socks. I just the way I am. I like my socks knee high. Uh, they wear them all year round. They're my basic sock. If it gets really cold, and when I talk really cold, I'm talking like 20 below zero or more for a long period of time, and I'm going to be outside in it, I'll put on a pair of other wool socks over the top of my normal wool socks. Okay? Now, once we get into cold weather, out come the long johns, which, they're long johns. These are wool blended long johns, very soft, very gentle, very easy to wear, very thin, very lightweight. I don't know how well you can see how thin these are, but that's the bottoms. There's the shirt, and we'll pull it up by the collar, get you a good idea of how thin these are and how light these are. But don't let their weight and size bug you. I just bought a brand new one, which is part of why I'm doing this. But they are not kidding when they say extreme cold, high activity. These are very, very good. They're not full wool. They're 30% merino. They've got 2 layers and some synthetic in there. But even when you're wet and damp, these keep you warm. One of the great things about wool. Over that, we throw a wool shirt. This is a thinner wool. This is not a big, heavy wool. It does the job. Wool does not have to be this thick, super scratchy stuff to do the job. These are not cheap. These are around $100, $110 a piece when you can find them on sale. This one right here is a Pendleton Lodge shirt. Not one of my favorites, but it's the one I'll be wearing today. I have about half dozen of these things built up over a couple year period. On top of that, especially in the wintertime, we throw a pair of Bernie, because they fit me better than Carhartt. That's just the way it is. They fit me better than Carhartt. Arctic weight, heavy weight, but bibs. These are the ones with the black lining that are very thick and heavy. They have a couple of features that I love. One is they have zippers to the hip, not to the knee. They have a full length front double zipper, so it can go up and down from top or bottom. There's both zippers, so you can zip it from the bottom or the top. Works out very well. Nice for ventilation. And that is what I basically wear during the wintertime. If it gets extremely cold, or I'm lying on the ground, or I'm dealing with, deep snow, this one is a Carhartt. This is a Carhartt heavy chore Arctic weight coat. And as you can see, it's been around the block a few hundred times. And of course, you have to have a hood. No way around it. You got to have a hood on your coat. I like coats, not jackets. Jackets suck because they barely come down to my waist. I like coats that go down to my hip, if not farther. Just helps keep the dirt out of you, or the snow out of you. That's my basic load there. I don't wear the coat very often unless I'm actually out in the snow. My basic gloves, U.S. military green wool glove liners. I generally carry like 4 or 5 pairs of these in the truck at any given time, and we switch them out as they go. As they get wet, they get changed out. These are just generic rubberized gloves. I don't like full rubber gloves because my hands sweat. And I got 2 or 3 pairs of these floating around at any given time. They're nice in the wintertime. They let you breathe a little bit, so you're not having cold, clammy gloves, but they are what they are. They're just gloves. Next up, I generally always use a scarf. We can debate hoodies versus scarves. I'm not a hoodie guy. I wear scarves. Once again, this is a wool blend. It's not very thick. Doesn't have to be this huge, heavy, thick thing. But it's a wool scarf. It's fairly soft, actually. This is another military surplus thing that I picked up somewhere. These were German officer scarves that I got out of Cheaper Than Dirt. I don't know how long ago they were. When it's really cold or you're dealing with deep snow, out come the leather choppers. They go over the green gloves. You put your mitts in them. They keep you out of the snow. They work very well. They work very nice. Now for hats, I used to wear the wool hats like this constantly, and I have since gone away to them in Carhartts. Unfortunately, they're both in the washer right now, so I don't have them handy. And when it's not very cold, like 10 degrees above and things like that, I'm going to be in and out, blah, blah, blah. We throw, a beat up old Stormy Cromer on my head. But there you go. That's my pile. It's not as heavy as you think. It's not as bulky as you think. I can still move. I can still work. I'm good outside to 40, 45 below. I've been outside working underneath things like this. The colder it gets, the less time you spend outside. And I'm comfortable at 25 degrees on down. Usually 25 degrees, I'm shredding layers because it's just too much. That's the other nice thing. I can take off a layer, still be comfortable, put on another layer, still be comfortable. Okay, this video's gone way longer than I thought it would. So, toodaloo.